We're back. So, I got ready to start putting this thing together, and I realized I had forgotten a pretty important step. I did not wax pot that bridge pickup. So, it's in the pot right now. And hopefully I can get it cooled off and cleaned off and ready to go before it's time for it. All right, I'm back. I was having a hell of a time, and I finally realized this switch that I had in there is bad. It's a mechanical four-way switch, but it was absolutely refused to do anything on the neck position. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. I did not have another mechanical four-way switch. I got a bunch of these PCB switches. So I just pulled one out, stuck it in here for now. I'll use it until I can get something else. Now, got it all wired up. It's really tricky. I always think it's really tricky getting all this lined up correctly, because if you don't, you end up with your pick guard cockeyed, or your control plate not wanting to set in the pick guard correctly. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily tricky, but I think it's important for me to try to get everything lined up as well as possible before I put any holes in anything. All right, so looks like my neck pickup is about 9.5 kilo ohms resistance. Bridge pickup 7.89. If you remember, it was about 8.2 when it was warm. It's pretty cool in here right now, so it's about 7.89. When I measured it yesterday, it was a little warmer. It was right at 8. So that's how much the resistance on a pickup can vary just because of a 10 or 20 degree difference. Split the middle, we're looking at 4.38. Let's check the inductance on that neck pickup is 3.36. I've had this in a Telecaster before and I really liked it. Bridge pickup is 2.12. So not too bright, not too dark. Probably about where I want it for a Telecaster bridge. So I'll take this upstairs, play it for a little bit, tweak the setup some, see what I think about it. Let's measure it, or let's weigh it real quick before we do anything else. Try to get where everybody can see it. Kind of hard to get it balanced on there. 5 pounds, 6.5 ounces. That's pretty damn light. I think it looks okay. Hopefully it sounds okay. That neck feels pretty good. We'll see. We'll see what we think once we get it plugged in. All right, pardon my shitty camera angle here. Got this set up. Got the intonation set. Got the height set. I like this neck. I really like the way it plays. I like the way this bridge pickup sounds. And I really like the way this neck humbucker sounds. I've got the humbucker set down pretty low. I've got the bridge pickup up about as high as I can to try to balance them out, because this humbucker's a lot louder than that bridge. I go to the middle pickup. It's not bad, but it's kind of a weird out of phase. I think I might need to reverse the wires on this bridge pickup, because I think I'm getting some cancellation between the two. Some people might like that. It does give you kind of a unique tone that way, but it's not what I like. I'm gonna reverse that tomorrow. See what it sounds like that way. Hey, how's everybody doing? So I've thought more about this, reversing the polarity, the wind on the bridge pickup, and that's not going to work easily because I can't do it in the control plate. I would have to do it at the pickup. I really don't want to pull that pickup out. And I don't want to run the risk of damaging the pickup by unsoldering the wires and changing which one grounds. I'm thinking at the control plate, I can change the direction of travel of the signal through this humbucker and accomplish the same thing. I will essentially, let's see here, I will need to reverse this red wire and the green wire, and connect the red wire with this ground wire that's coming through here and put the green wire on the switch. So we're going to see if that does the trick. Essentially on a DiMarzio coil, this is the start, this is the finish, this connects to the start of the second coil, and the green is the finish of the second coil. And Then the braided wire is the ground that connects to the cover and the base. So by reversing the green wire and the red wire, I will essentially reverse the signal path going through the coil. And unless I'm completely thinking about this wrong, that should do the trick. They are, the screw side of the humbucker is south polarity, and because my bridge pickup is north polarity, I'm accepting the fact that I may eventually have to pull that bridge pickup out and reverse the polarity there, but I really don't want to do that, and if I can avoid it, I will. So we're going to see if this accomplishes what I want to accomplish. All right, I have certainly corrected the cancellation part. That's the neck pickup. That's the bridge pickup. I've got a ground issue somewhere. My bridge is not grounded properly. All right, I'll have to work that out. That's my middle position. Sounds full like it's supposed to. Here's how we know the bridge is not grounded properly. When I touch the control plate, the hum goes away. When I touch the bridge, it does not. Touch that neck pickup, it does. That lets me know that that's grounded properly. But none of this is. So I'm gonna have to do some work there. Back to the drawing board. All right, much better. My ground wire had come disconnected from the back of that plate on the back of the pickup. I probably didn't have my soldering iron up high enough. It's really hard to get stuff to stick to those plates, but I've got it back on. Grounds now. There's my neck pickup. My bridge pickup grounded properly now. Quite a bit less noise, and then there's the middle position. Nice and warm and full, just like it should have been. Awesome. We'll play it some more. Hey, how's everybody doing? Got it back upstairs, got it tuned up. Playing through a Spark Mini right now. Little bit of noise. Today's kind of a cool day, so none of the air conditioners are running around here, so I don't have nearly as much environmental noise as I normally do, but getting that pickup grounded like it was supposed to, and which in turn grounded that bridge. Another option, and a lot of Teles will have a separate ground wire running from the control plate to underneath the bridge. If the bridge pickup is wound like it's supposed to and attached like it's supposed to, you shouldn't need to do that. That bottom plate on the Tele is connected to the ground on the circuit, and then the screws attached to the bottom plate. So all of this should be grounded just from that bridge pickup being grounded. But I consider running another separate ground wire in there, but I just cranked my soldering iron up hot enough to get that ground wire connected to that plate the way it was supposed to. I had to pull the strings off of this end to get the bridge up high enough to be able to access that with the soldering iron, but they all went back on like they're supposed to. It sounds much better, like I had hoped it would, which is kind of cool. It rings out when I can hit my chords correctly. It rings out pretty well. It's interesting to kind of notice, for me, where the sound is coming from when it's unplugged. And on this one, it's clearly coming from all the way up here on the end. I've heard some that seem to resonate more along different places along the scale length, but this one, it sounds like it's coming all the way at the end. This neck pickup, once I got everything kind of set like I wanted to, I was able to raise that neck pickup some. I've got the bridge pickup pretty close. It's pretty darn close to the strings, probably 1/4 inch or so, maybe a little less off. I'm on a clean setting on this amp right now, I think. That's the neck, bridge. That's the bridge, and then middle position. I think that's exactly the sound I was going for. That's the tone I'd kind of hoped. I love this mini humbucker in the neck. I think it's an ideal Telecaster neck pickup. A standard single coil Telecaster pickup is a lot of times too quiet and too dark to be much use on its own. Maybe not for all types of music, but for a lot of music, I think it is. The middle position with a standard Tele works pretty well, and then the bridge is kind of what most people who play a Telecaster are going for, is that high twangy tone. I saw somebody today talking about, somebody was asking how to get more twang out of their bridge pickup, and one of the recommendations was just to pick closer to the bridge, which makes a huge difference. And I think a lot of the players that have that twang that you're looking for are probably picking closer to up here than they are down here. So that would make a huge difference. Let's go to see if I can get just a little bit of gain on here without, I've got a setting that has some gain without a noise gate. Bridge pickup. And I think it drives it pretty well. Little delay on there too, it sounds like. Certainly, I don't think would have any trouble playing rock. This is a fun setting I've got on here. I don't even remember what it's called in the tone cloud on the Spark, but it's based on Led Zeppelin's "Nobody's Fault But Mine" is what the tone's from, and there's a pretty strong phaser. that's a lot of fun. If you've never played a Spark, and would like to have one to practice, the Spark Mini, I'll show you what it looks like. That's the Mini. It's just a little cube. The Spark Go is tiny and the tone's not great. It's great for travel because it's a little tiny portable box, but you're not going to get great tone out of it. The Spark 40 is loud. I haven't played the new ones yet. I've heard they fixed some of the bass response because the original Spark 40 was kind of overwhelming on the bass. I actually changed my speakers out to some coax speakers, which solved most of the problem. But this Mini is the best one of the three, in my opinion. It's got good tone. It's plenty loud enough to be able to hear what you're doing. It works as a Bluetooth speaker. It's got a battery, so it's rechargeable. If you've ever wanted a Spark to play around with it and play around with effects, it's one of the best ways, I think, to try out different effects and get to learn what effects do without having to spend a fortune on pedals. You can get one of these and have the option to scroll around on your phone and play with the different pedals. Anyway, that's enough of that. I think this may be my new favorite Telecaster. I really wish I hadn't done the little ding right here. You can see it. It almost looks like a thumbnail, but it's not. I think I set it down on something. My messy workbench got me. Got these wooden knobs on here. I don't know where I got them. I don't know why I had them, but I put them on here. They're fine. I think they're going to work. I'm not a huge fan of this switch sticking up that high, but like I said, this is a cheap PCB switch that I found and put in here. I am not going to leave that in there. I'll get an actual three-way switch. My belly carve turned out okay. It's a nice neck. I am pretty impressed. I'm 2 for 2 on necks from this company. It was set up well. The frets were level. They were polished well. The edges were smooth. It's just a nice neck. I don't think you can do better. And then, of course, my favorite tuners of all time. Not sure why they ever made anything any different. Let me know what you think about this, any of it. I love hearing from everybody and getting your feedback. Have a great day.